Okay, so we're just gonna kick back off where we were because a lot kind of happened last time, and I don't know any other good way to explain it. So just go watch the last video, just in case, because you never know. Because we're kicking right back off where it's saved, and I don't know what to make of it. Ah, yes, he committed the worst crime ever. Sudoku. We have nothing to worry about. Oh, we're just skipping it. Okay, well.
Hey, are you alright?
Oh, let's. Oh, she found us. Okay, sick.
Are you listening?
Oh, wait. Oh, it's that last bit.
Are you listening? Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns.
There it
His
is.
offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
Wait, so that's
So,
how,
this
kind
really
of?
was just a
Wow.
setup to
I
shift
didn't
the
think that was even
blame onto
possible.
us. He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time.
And
The whole
Haru's
time he was
fucking
working with Makoto's
pissed.
sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The
Yeah,
grand
there it
mastermind
is.
behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
Yeah, I can see
I
it
think
happening.
that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it. So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
Oh, is this
What's
how we
this all
explain
of
the
a sudden?
whole switcheroo?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace.
Oh.
Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it! It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation
Wow,
out.
go Makoto. Very nice.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Oh,
Waiting upstairs.
they
Go
know.
tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Wow,
Makoto
go
told me
figure.
everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
There we go.
Ben!
I don't know how long it's been.
Thank goodness. It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know he tricked him yet.
Don't jinx it.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
Yeah, pretty much.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
I mean,
True.
we've proven that to be
Akechi was
true.
credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
It's fine. Let's just make some coffee, please.
So what was this mistake Akechi made?
Pancakes.
What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Just roll with it.
Sorry.
No,
Was that supposed to
no,
be a
it's not a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Yup, and there it is.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
You did, but you goofed.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet.
Yeah, and he helped a bit, but it was again a setup.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app.
Yeah, I'm still
My heart
playing
was
around with
pounding while I was
positioning
doing
and
it, though.
everything. It'd be what
Even
it'd
an
be.
ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that,
Okay, but who was he
my task
talking
will be
to?
simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard
Yeah,
will
you
be
sound like
one of
Ryuji
ours.
at that point.
We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
I mean, it was a bit of a
He's
given, I
no
hate to say it.
detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes. On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
But the question is, it's
We
the same
baited
guy who
Akechi
blamed
into
us
Sith's
for
palace,
saying
making
he
him
assaulted him
dispose
when
of
we
our
really
leader's
didn't,
fate,
but you know.
think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart.
My own achievements were all
yeah.
that mattered to me. I was desperate.
Hey, at least you could recognize it
I
now. That's
wasn't
kind of
myself at
important.
all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act.
What?
We had an empty briefcase beforehand,
Oh.
and merely acted like we were taking the
Well, that
treasure.
actually explains a
This was
lot
because
then.
We knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how
It just
we
sucked with
planned.
getting drugged and beat the shit
Might
out
have
of.
been
That
interrogating
really
him with no knowledge of
sucked.
this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
What a gremlin. Oh, wait. Like, she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Oh. About now would drag the conversation. I talk to her later. Yeah, that
Kechi
works too.
disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you
That's
gave me
entirely
your phone.
fair.
I only took it
Yeah.
because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone.
Thank you,
So in
Futaba.
other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into a catchy mid-assassination.
Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation.
Every
Even though we
little
knew
bit
Ketch's plan,
helps.
We were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it? I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
Oh, during the boss fight, I think.
Stunning.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Wow.
Bad guys have
Yeah,
much
believe it or not.
influence.
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
Yeah, well,
Still
I'm
freaked me
kind
out
of
when
used to it.
saw
I
his
hate to say
suicide
it.
on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
Yeah, well.
From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Yeah,
You
except
saved me,
it's
after all.
kind of, what do we do now,
That's
though?
reassuring to hear.
Because even I'm
I'll do
confused as to
whatever
what we're
I
going to
can
be
help,
doing.
too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a
Oh,
huge
boss. Bless his heart.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
You're goddamn right. There's the bastard. Yeah, it sounds familiar, all right.
Enter.
You know, I was expecting him to throw on a different
That's the
outfit or
death
something. I
certificate
don't
of the
know.
Principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation
Yup,
room.
there it is.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
God, I can't wait to kick his ass.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Oh, is he gonna turn? Oh, yup.
Well,
Damn.
the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
Wait for it.
He
Wait
is
for it.
unmistakably a
Wait
man
for
of
it.
power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
I don't really remember,
For real?
but
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility.
oh, go on.
First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind
I mean,
all
it
this,
sounds
that would
like
be in
it,
stark
yeah.
opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's right.
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he
Wait,
was
but what did he do
involved.
before?
But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
Well, yeah, because now he forced
This
it.
country if Shido becomes prime minister. What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's
Except
check
this
them out.
time, no one's gonna see it coming.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Oh yeah,
What does he
that's
do?
honestly
And
fair.
where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
I mean, these could all work because we did run into him with the restaurant. We know the dive building from Tora. And election headquarters. Wow. Okay.
How arrogant
That's
must he
not
be to see
bad.
himself as the ruler of the
Huh.
diet building.
Nice.
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right? Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course.
Oh, wait, we're going to be out of
Be a
school for a
worthy
bit then.
opponent.
That kind of works
Let's
out, I
win this
think.
together. Time for revenge. Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
Easy peasy.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? Can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
True.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing... would be for
Disguise
nothing.
time? Maybe?
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
Actually, yeah.
All this stuff
That,
too?
that could easily work out too.
We're intellectuals, you know.
I don't know about
That's
you,
why you
Ryuji.
needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
Yeah, imagine them when they get
True
older and
battle
can think that
has
through.
only just begun. We
That's
won the
where it
first
gets
round. We
wild.
must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Oh, so
Back
this has been
then,
in the
You
making.
were in the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on
okay.
cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I don't know
made
how
those
long it
troublesome
was ago that
comments so
Shido did
time
all that stuff, so...
and erased any trace
Oh.
of that scandal.
So Akechi was responsible then, maybe? Damn.
Could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown. And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Okay, somehow I doubt that.
My faith in you was
Akechi's,
precisely why I pulled the
well,
plug on that
iffy
research.
at lying to
I
say the
only need
least.
you using
So,
that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Akechi, you
Any
son of a
suspicion
bitch.
should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root.
Yeah,
After
no,
all,
we're whooping his ass,
we had
that's for
an
sure.
active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated
Oh.
to me. And thus,
Wow.
the charismatic ace
That's...
detective was born.
Oh, so he is a
Thanks to
freaking
your
fraud. There you
efforts,
go.
My clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
God, I get...
Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger.
I'll give them
After
credit.
that,
Yeah,
all I
it
had
did.
to do was
We
openly
played
berate
into
them.
that for sure.
I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance
You ain't
has been
chosen for
very
shit, let me tell you,
influential
buddy.
in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
There's a lot to unpack there with
How do I
that.
put this?
Well then.
Oh boy. There's like I said, show up at your school, no need to. Oh. Didn't send anything to me. Oh.
How do I put this?
Yeah, they can't do much.
Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, there really wasn't much of an option.
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones.
Oh,
His
that
and
works
his.
actually, yeah.
I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the
Oh,
button.
that actually works out, yeah.
Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh?
I dig it. I need to give plants nutrients, please. I'm trying to be a good plant dad here. And we have all the stats at max, which is... It's so good after so long. But yeah, we're going to save here. We're going to just continue it next time, because that was almost 40 minutes worth of cutscenes and dialogue. Good lord. It's a lot. But yeah, like, I don't know. I get the whole thing of politicians suck. But he's making it sound worse. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. And then it just went downhill. Yeah, guys, we're gonna keep this rolling next time. I will be seeing you soon. Take care. Be good. Be safe. It's gonna be December now. Hey, there we go. Holiday stuff. Always fun. Take care. Be good. Bye.